Doke. Let me get this moved because it just wants to wobble. All right. Let's see if we can let's see if maybe in 30 minutes we can create a completely revised syllabus for an English 2 classroom. So I'm going to use Claude, and I have a lot of things already built in Claude that I can go back and make videos to teach you how to do if that. Oh, by the way, I'm Heather Dickens, and I have the Dickens approach, and my mission is to help teachers like myself uh, to reinvent their classrooms with AI sitting in it. We are all at varying degrees of districts with policies, districts with no policies, all the tools, all the stuff. I'm just going to show you in real time the things I'm doing. And if it's helpful to you, great, use it. If it's not, move on. So anyway, let's go. Let's go see what we can do. This is Claude. If you haven't used Claude, you can see that I have spent my summer doing a lot with Claude. And I would like to share that. So I I believe I have a video, and if I don't, I'll create it, on getting your MD file created. You'll see that over here. I have several. It's a markdown file. You want to be sure to teach Claude who you are, what you do, how you think, how you like to write, phrases you don't like, all of that stuff. So you want to be sure and get that set up first, or it'll be an exercise in frustration, because it's like Claude will go, oh, hi, we haven't met. So you want to get those set. So this video is assuming you have those in place. And first, where you do that is right here in settings. See how I have instructions for Claude? So there's the short story. Okay. You go to Claude and say, ask me questions. I actually did it on several walks. And get Claude to interview you, learn how you want to operate, what you do, all that. And then you tell Claude you want it to be, to generate instructions, and it will. And then you go copy and paste them. And that's it. Okay, so if you haven't done that, there's the short story. Okay, now what I'm going to do is hopefully create a syllabus. Now, one thing I have not done is a walk telling Claude what I want. Claude knows, but you'll be able to just kind of see how this goes. So will I. All right, I'm going to start right here. First, sorry, I am in Cowork. You want to be sure that you at least have the plan that allows you to be in Cowork. I went into my Classroom Reimagined project. I have these projects, Classroom Reimagined, and I have it set to Cowork. There's chat or there's Cowork. Cowork allows Claude to go create what's called skills and run automated tasks and kind of make decisions. Okay. So that's where I am. And it is running Opus 5. You see how I have all these options. Fable was the big deal there. Anyway, I don't need Fable for this project, I don't believe. I probably could run Sonnet, but I've gotten kind of used to Opus 5. So it seems like it has more permission to move around. Who knows? I am not technical. So anyway, that's what I use, Opus 5. And I prefer to talk to Claude. When I can, that's what I do. So, all right, my output, I'm going to use a format called CRIT. I have another video that talks about that author. The and I should have his name, Jeff. But he wrote a book and used the acronym CRIT: context, role, interview, and task. So my context for Claude is where I'll start. I'll tell Claude what his role needs to be in this. To interview me, ask questions, don't fill in information, but definitely use the tools I have provided in this project. And then the task is going to be to create a syllabus that I can share with my students and that I can revise. So let's go. Let's see how this goes. Hi, you have the context. I gave you documents within this project that have my district proposed content, my I think my schedule's in there. If it's not, let me know and I can get it. And I think my past syllabus is in there. So see how I am with Claude. I am poor Claude. Okay. So I would like for you to be a preferably Sal Khan with Khan Academy, thinking in terms of some of the best possible ways to approach learning. But overall, I am going to create a syllabus that will address how I expect to use AI in the classroom and how my students will be allowed to use AI in the classroom or outside of the classroom. Okay. Your role, like I said, kind of like Sal Khan, you will help me to design a syllabus that is very positive and clear and not a bunch of rules and thou shalt nots. I'd love to communicate with students and parents where we're headed in this school year. Oh, and see, it does this when I get all wordy. So I just keep going. I would like for you to interview me and ask in-depth questions one at a time, please. And that will move us toward building this syllabus. And then that is the task. We will together build that syllabus. And then I let Claude think. Now, you can set up, like a conversation. Like I could have done this on a walk, and I may still. But I wanted to see if I could record the process for you and talking to Claude. So you'll see it's extracting files, it's pulling things. Now I have my Claude has permission. Let's see if I can move this. Yeah, I have given it, and be very, very careful. I have given it permission to skip asking permission. I know that what it's going into, it's not going to mess up anything big, but you do have to be very careful in having it skip asking permissions, and you want to turn that off because you can be hacked apparently it can, be given bad commands, faked out. So anyway, I let it do that. So it says, I read what you've got. 2 quick things for the first question. Okay, so the account boundary. Your own video script says the actual syllabus gets built in your school account. Oh, yeah. Okay, what's missing? Your past syllabus is not in this project, and neither is your schedule. The department calendar doc is still a placeholder. What is here? Your daily rhythm, the focus lesson playbook, TEKS reference, syllabus rebuild, video script, which already gave me a lot. Okay. Hasn't approved AI use. That's right. They haven't. What exactly does that mean this year in writing? I'm asking for the specific shape of it, not the summary. Is there an actual written policy or handbook? Yes. Academic. This one answers, decides whether the syllabus can say. Oh. Okay. I'll go grab those files, but actually you should have access to them in my Google Drive. I'm pretty sure I saved them there. You definitely have access to them in my email. I sent links and asked you to create a document. This was done in another thread, so there should be a document on my computer. I believe you created an MD file, might be right there on my desktop, that has those links. So it's documents that I sent from the school. So for AI policy, students are not allowed to use AI, to my knowledge. We'll start professional development next week, and I should be learning more. But as of right now, they're not allowed to use it at school. They can certainly use it at home, and that is what I intend to lean into in my class. They will, we will start with ethics. We will define that. We will define their personal ethics, and we will define their academic ethics. And they will have their ethics statement and how they plan to interact with AI moving forward. So I know this, my district has approved for teachers the use of Notebook LM and Gemini. And I will be creating things in Notebook LM, but for right now, Claude is the tool that I want to use for a thought partner. Okay. So you can see where it goes through the process. I have found I love Claude, but Claude is maybe more wordy than I am. So I have to ask it to, okay, would like to access data from other apps. I'm going to allow that. Access, fine. One thing I have found, and the reason that I like working with Claude, is they tend to be very thoughtful and careful in their process. So they don't allow, in theory, they don't allow anyone under 18 to access Claude at this point. That, could change at any point. And obviously kids can use their parents' accounts. I had a student teach me how to do plugins, so they're definitely accessing Claude. But that's all, decisions made, right? decisions made by the students and their families. Okay, I searched. Here is what is actually reachable from this account. Your Mac desktop. Those documents live in your school drive, tied to your district. Okay. See, so wordy. Yes, it can. Let me tell it. Okay, so I know the answer to those questions. Student prohibition is teacher decided in my district. They just do not want to open access to AI just yet at school, like through devices, because there's a whole level of security there. So, as I understand it, it is up to the individual teacher right now in my district if they want to allow students to use AI at home. I am encouraging my students to use it. We are living in a world where they must. So it is important that they start out with hopefully me in the room. So I intend to guide them through building those ethics and statements, and then how they want to interact with AI. So we're going to be moving away from the chatbot cheaters, as other teachers have communicated that they just use it to cheat. Well, they do, based on our limited knowledge of what we have brought to them and what we have designed for them. So we'll be leaving little chatbot cheaters behind and moving into ethical AI use and fluency. So that's where I am. And then, sorry, I forgot I was answering Claude. Whether teacher facing Notebook LM output can, and it can. Yes, it can. Notebook LM, anything I generate using AI can be put in front. AI can be put in front of my students. Please reduce what you are asking me. This is too much for me to read and process. Please just be direct, ask question by question what you need to know. Okay, when a student uses AI on practice work at home, what do you want them to turn in with it? A few short lines about what they asked and what they kept. Um, maybe just a little reflection. Maybe it's a video. I don't know. Those things could grow and develop with my students. Student turns in something that is clearly all AI, no thinking of their own. A reflection on it. They have my permission to do that. I feel like they won't. And I won't be designing assignments that are deadline based and production based. If it is an assignment that I want to know that it just came out of their heads, they will have had so much practice prior that they won't be motivated to use AI. I do not want to be creating the old do a worksheet, write a 5-paragraph essay, blah, blah, blah. If my PLC requires these things, I will be adapting where my students are able to scaffold their learning and we use standards-based grading, which needs to be in the syllabus, and they will have practice and they will have formatives that they will receive grades for doing, but then the actual earned grade, summative grade, will come from their head in class. Usually in the form, I'm hoping, in the form of an argument, in the form of a presentation. We will be doing a lot of that. Let's see what happens. One document for both students and parents, or a student syllabus plus a short parent letter. I think the latter. Student syllabus plus a short parent letter. And you have already created in another session like a student contract or agreement. I don't love that because it feels very, so maybe we can work on that, just our agreement. And that agreement will likely have their ethics statement in it. I think it should be what the class is about, AI and grading. But it should definitely be about, maybe includes our values, my ethics statement, which I would need to generate, and kind of where we're headed. And then I think an outline might be fine, but it's going to change. And that's what I have definitely learned from last year. Ethics statement, what do you most want a student to know you believe about AI and their own thinking? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, what do I want a student to know I believe about AI and their own thinking? I believe that every person wants to learn. And I believe the only reason we cheat or take shortcuts is fear-based. And that fear can often come from deadlines and fear of failure. I want my students to absolutely embrace getting things wrong, doing things wrong, trying something and reevaluating. So in my statement, I want students to know that I believe AI is going to be a valuable partner in elevating their learning to levels they quite possibly have never experienced. I believe every student will find a way to develop their own personal AI experience that will support learning and true, deep understanding. So it will help me cut that way down. But it got my thoughts, right? So this is the conversation. I go on a walk and blah, 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 blah. You're seeing it sort of in real time. So we'll see what Claude does with this. Notice over here, AI classroom syllabus is the thread. It is the Cowork thread. So I can come back to this whenever I want. That's there. So, but I started it in Cowork, not in chat, which is important because Cowork allows it to go do all the things and go look at all the things that it is doing and looking at. Look at that, working through a complex response. So these are great times to talk about all things AI in the classroom. I have been in just deep research every single day this summer, learning from great minds. And we are at a time, my teacher friends, where remember all those complaints we've had about top down, about getting told how to do things and they don't know, they're so removed. Well, right here, we're here. We are getting to design it. There are some people who want nothing to do with AI. We're now at about 50-50, I believe. I want AI anywhere that it is appropriate. And I truly believe that students will not give away their thinking more than once. I came up with this thought that, and I will be talking to my students about this. If you want to get in shape, to tell an AI to go outside and run for you is not going to get you in shape. So, students, as we tackle assignments, and I hate even calling them assignments, projects that challenge us and grow our thinking and get us to spin up all kinds of ideas. We want to make decisions about what we give away. So what I am giving away to Claude right now as we talk is going and doing the pulling of the documents and the splicing and going, oh, this goes here and that goes there. Do I need that skill? No. Have I ever been able to do that well? No. So what do I end up doing? Going in and kind of winging it. And some of you are like, well, not me. I plan it to the letter, and good for you. But is it possible Claude can help you go the other way, where you have your hard and fast plan, but now you're going to be able to open things up to those students who want to think and flow and do things maybe a little differently, and they learn better that way? Is it possible? So yes, I think it's possible. So it's building a draft, just getting the thoughts out, the framework, right? And then I'm going to go look at this and I'm going to evaluate it and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to talk through changes with Claude and we're going to work together. So all the argument about giving away their thinking and losing critical thought, I absolutely believe that is getting us distracted in something that's not even real. Critical thinking for me this summer has gone, what would you even call it? Just off the charts because I am starting at such higher levels. So we move right into evaluation, where Claude produces something and our students are then going to go evaluate. So there's a theory out there called unblooms, where Bloom's taxonomy is turned into a circle, and that it's not even really a circle. It's still not an if then. It's just you can be at all different parts of it. So that's a whole different video. But if you're not on Substack, by the way, go hop on Substack. There's a lot of great information, teachers starting to talk, and then the whole AI debate, because anyway, don't even have to do that. There we go. It started with an agreement. And it's getting into the syllabus. First week, build English 2. Okay. Interesting. So I'll take a look at this. I'll make it bigger. We can look at it together. We're at 32 minutes. You see that it has generated a document that I now am obligated. It is my duty, my ethical duty. I say so. To go evaluate this. I am going to go look at what Claude produced based on what I gave it, and I am going to evaluate if it works within my framework. And then I'm going to give Claude feedback, and we're going to collaborate and make this thing better than anything I have ever created on my own. So there we go. We have, let's take a look at it, a draft. 3 drafts. Oh, I have 3 options. Student syllabus, parent letter, and the agreement. Oh, okay. Your ethics statement is built from what you told me. Close to your words. Read that section first. Now, something important, y'all. Go tell Claude what you don't want. I don't want M dashes. I don't want the big buildup and then the turn. I don't want the word honest. I don't want, because it implies that we're dishonest. I don't want a lot of the AI words. I have taught Claude, I do not want that. Okay, tell me what is wrong and I will revise the MD files in place. So MD just means markdown. These are files that AI reads well. So markdown files are just kind of what they work from. I'm sure all of that's going to change over time. But here we go. Let's take a look. Here's the agreement. Students write this themselves. No form to sign. I love it. Over the first week, they work out what ethics means to them, what it means in school specifically, how they intend. Okay. Ethics actually. Yep, we'll work on that together. Academic ethics. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to work through all that. AI is good for, to me, doing the right thing means, cool. In school, work is mine when. Work stops being mine when. Nice. How I will work with AI this year. Now, y'all, I intend to have just an open conversation with my kids. Just relaxed, open. That's how I work. Learn from them where they are. How, did they do anything with AI this summer other than create, fun pictures? There we go. The thing I will always do myself. For me, that is evaluate and revise. What I want out of this year. Nice. Students keep the original at the front. So Claude knows that I want my classroom to be student driven. They will be making decisions for themselves on their learning. I believe that the days of the teacher being the gatekeeper to knowledge are done. AI is sitting in every seat at varying degrees, right? So that's where I come from. Whether they can use their phone, whether they can use their laptop, doesn't matter, don't care. They go home and they have access. I should not have reach into that. That is between them and their parents. So that's where I am. I will have some students who won't use it. Possibly. I'll report back. And then I will have the majority who have been using it probably improperly and some who have gone into deeper levels, which is using agents and getting AI to work with them and for them, and putting them in the captain's seat of evaluating, being the CEO of their learning. I may use that. You're the CEO of your learning. Oh, there's an idea. All right. Anyway, there we have the start. Oh, wait. Y'all want to see the other? Let's see. That's the agreement. How do I get to, boom. Oh, parallel. Look at that. Parent letter. Let's see if that pops up. Oh, we get to look at it here. All right, so here's the nice. And see, notice how it opened up in Google Docs. I can just go right in there and edit. And then Claude will take a look at that and be like, oh, whoa, you did better than me. You did this and this and this. Or, hey, you missed this. You contradicted yourself. So it helps me. It works as an incredible partner. All right, so there's the parent letter. And how do I get back, y'all? This is so what I do. I'm just gonna go hit Claude. There we go. Parent letter and I think this might be the agreement. Yep. All right. Claude. And there. English 2. What it's about, what I believe. Now there's a syllabus. It's come a long way from when I was in college. I will be filling this in and personalizing it and revising it probably 15 more times. So where AI definitely can save time on a lot of things, it saves time for me, on the things that have always been the barriers, have always been the friction. And it gets me to here where I can now go evaluate, revise, make it mine, and build on something that's already very strong. So there we go. I hope this was helpful. This is how I use Claude, and it'll be changing day by day. Again, I'm Heather Dickens, and I have the Dickens approach, and I hope to help teachers get your arms around moving forward with partnering with AI in the classroom and sitting with our students as they navigate this incredible world as AI changes it, and help you in very practical ways, seeing what I'm doing and changing and blowing up and revising and going, oh, that didn't work. And redesigning the public school classroom, at least mine, with the limitations that we have, right? You have districts, you have your district, I have my district, we have rules, those rules will change, we have state rules, all things we're going to work within, correct? Right now, I can use AI on my computer at home. I can use AI on my computer at school, but there are clear limitations, which is great, and barriers. Notebook LM and Gemini, those are videos I will be doing in the future that are where my district lives. But Claude is where I have been this summer as a thought partner, and I just wanted to put that out there for you. So I hope it's helpful. Stay curious, stay ethical, but most importantly, stay you. See you next time.